It is 10 p.m. You have an assignment due tomorrow, or a tax return that is 3 months late, or a pile of laundry that has effectively become a new piece of furniture in your bedroom. You are screaming at yourself internally to just get up and do it, but you don't. You physically cannot move. You sit there, paralyzed, watching a video about a guy building a swimming pool in the jungle, filled with this heavy, sickening dread. Here is the truth that nobody tells you. You aren't lazy. If you were lazy, you would be having fun doing nothing. You would be relaxed. But you aren't relaxed. You are suffering. You are exhausted from the effort of not doing the thing. Science actually tells us that procrastination triggers the same pain centers in the brain as physical injury. You are essentially punching yourself in the face repeatedly and wondering why you have a headache. It isn't a work ethic problem. It is an emotional emergency. We are going to dismantle that paralysis right now, but we need to stick together to do it. Hit subscribe so we can stop sabotaging our own lives. Future you is begging you to click that button. Chapter 1. The Laziness Lie. Let's kill the biggest myth first. We think procrastination is about time management. We buy planners, we make to-do lists, and then we ignore them. Why? Because procrastination has nothing to do with time. It has everything to do with mood. It is an emotional regulation failure. You aren't avoiding the task, you are avoiding the feeling the task gives you. Boredom, insecurity, imposter syndrome. Your brain sees that spreadsheet and thinks, threat. That makes me feel stupid. Run away. So you open Instagram to numb the pain. You aren't a slacker, you're just protecting your feelings. Chapter 2. The lizard versus the Einstein. Wait, so my brain is actually trying to protect me by ruining my life? Exactly. It's a civil war inside your head. You have the limbic system, the ancient lizard brain, which only cares about immediate safety and pleasure. Then you have the prefrontal cortex, the Einstein, which cares about long-term goals and taxes. When you procrastinate, the lizard wins. The lizard sees the difficult email and screams, danger, discomfort, and steers you toward the safety of TikTok. The Einstein is shouting logic from the back seat, but the lizard is driving the car, and the lizard is a terrible driver. Chapter 3. The Wall of Awful. This brings us to the wall of awful. This is a concept where every time you put off a task, you add a brick of guilt to it. A simple email starts as a pebble, but after avoiding it for a week, you've added bricks of shame, anxiety, and self-loathing. Suddenly sending a 2-sentence reply feels like climbing Mount Everest. You aren't scared of the email anymore. You are scared of the emotional wall you built around it. Chapter 4. Perfectionism in disguise, but I'm not scared. I just want to do it right. Ah, the perfectionist trap. Most procrastinators are actually closet perfectionists. We have this twisted logic that says if I don't start, I can't fail. We would rather get a 0 because we didn't turn it in than get a C because we tried and weren't perfect. Procrastination is a shield. It gives us an excuse. If you write the paper the night before and it sucks, you can say, well, I rushed. It protects your ego from the terrifying possibility that your best effort might not be good enough. Chapter 5. Revenge, bedtime, procrastination. Have you ever stayed up until 2 a.m. scrolling on your phone even though you are dead tired? That is called revenge bedtime procrastination. It happens when you feel like you have zero control over your day. Your boss owns your morning. Your chores own your evening. So, late at night, you rebel. You refuse to sleep because that quiet darkness is the only time you feel free. You are stealing time back from tomorrow to pay for a sense of freedom today. It feels like rebellion, but really, you're just showing up to work tomorrow as a zombie. Chapter 6. Future you is a stranger here. Is a weird brain quirk. MRI scans show that when you think about future you, your brain lights up the same way it does when you think about a total stranger. You genuinely do not see future you as you. You think future you is this magical superhero who loves doing dishes and waking up at 5 a.m. So you dump all your problems on them. I'll do it tomorrow is basically saying let that other guy handle it. But then you wake up, and suddenly you are the other guy, and you are pissed off. Chapter 7. The Shame Spiral. So what do? We usually try to beat ourselves up. We say, you idiot, why didn't you start earlier? Does that ever work though? Or does it just make you feel worse? It makes it way worse. Shame is gasoline for procrastination. The more bad you feel about not working, the more you want to avoid those feelings, so you procrastinate more. It is a spiral. A study from Carleton University actually found that students who forgave themselves for procrastinating on the first exam did better on the second one. Self-forgiveness clears the guilt so you can actually move. You have to treat yourself like a friend you're trying to help, not a prisoner you're trying to punish. Chapter 8. The Friction Fix. Okay, let's get tactical. Since the lizard brain is lazy, you have to manipulate the environment. We call this friction. If you want to play guitar, put the guitar in the middle of the room on a stand, not in a case in the closet. Reduce the friction. Conversely, if you want to stop scrolling, increase the friction. Put your phone in another room. Delete the app. Make the bad habit annoying to do and the good habit impossible to miss. You cannot rely on willpower. Willpower is a battery, and by 5 p.m., yours is dead. Rely on design. Chapter 9. The Stupidly Small Step. The biggest mistake is looking at the whole project. Clean the house is terrifying to the lizard brain. Put one sock in the hamper is not. You have to lower the bar so much that it feels stupid to say no. Don't promise to work out for an hour. Promise to put on your sneakers. That's it. Once the sneakers are on, the dopamine kicks in, the momentum starts, and you usually end up doing the workout. Newton's first law, objects in motion stay in motion. The hard part is just the first push. Chapter 10, just eat the frog. Look, there is no magic pill. Eventually, you have to sit in the chair and tolerate the discomfort. It's gonna suck for the first 5 minutes. That is the limbo period. But if you can just breathe through that initial wave of I don't want to, the resistance breaks. You enter the flow state. The dread vanishes. You realize the monster was just a shadow. So, stop waiting for the perfect time. Stop waiting to feel ready. You are never going to feel ready. Do it scared. Do it tired. Do it badly. Just start. Because the pain of starting is temporary, but the pain of regret lasts forever.